Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, as we look back and remember the horrific blot in our history, we would also like to honor 4 descendants of our martyrs who've joined us today from Amritsar, and we'll begin one by one. Lala Wasoo Mal Kapoor. Lala Wasoo Mal Kapoor's tryst with the freedom struggle began when the winds of resistance swept Amritsar in the second decade of the 20th century. He was a prominent cloth merchant of Karmo Deori area of Amritsar, and soon he started funding the freedom fighters. On the 13th of April 1919, he was hit by 2 bullets at Jallianwala Bagh. 6 days later, at the age of 45, he succumbed to the injuries at the civil hospital in Amritsar, and he was survived by his pregnant wife, Puran Devi, who was wearing a red chura when she became a widow at a young age. Since then, no bride in the Kapoor family has worn the red chura. Today we are honoring Wasoo Mal ji's great-grandson, Sunil Kapoor, who runs a textile business in Amritsar. Sunil ji is bringing the families of the martyrs together through the Jallianwala Bagh Freedom Fighters Foundation. And I request Captain Surinder Singh ji, Captain Saab, to please come forward and present Shri Sunil Kapoor with a commemorative memento. Lala Wasoo Mal Kapoor, great-grandson Sunil Kapoor, receiving the memento from Captain Surinder Singh. Thank you very much. Thank you. We move on to Sardar Sunder Singh. Sardar Sunder Singh was the eldest son of Gyan Singh, who was one of the last of the great fresco painters who worked at the Golden Temple. On the 13th of April 1990, Gyan Singh had taken along Sunder Singh to Jallianwala Bagh, which was a stone's throw from their house outside the Golden Temple. When the firing started, Gyan Singh managed to escape, but his 17-year-old son did not survive. The next day, his body was found with a bullet in the neck. The family had to take a loan of 150 rupees at a hefty rate of interest to perform Sunder Singh's last rites. Till his last days, Gyan Singh lamented taking his son along that fateful day. And he handed over 2 pencil sketches to his surviving son and told him to keep them safe. These 2 sketches are the only testimony to Sunder Singh's great talent. Sunder Singh's nephew, Sardar Surinder Singh, is an artist based in the Holy City, and he's keeping the family's artistic tradition alive. And I request him to please join us on stage. And he has his grandson, Tanveer Singh, who will bring him on stage. Please come forward, sir. May I request Sri Manohar Lal ji to please present a small commemorative memento to Sardar Surinder Singh. Sunder Singh ji's nephew, Sardar Surinder Singh. Tanveer ji, please come forward. Please join your granduncle. Yes, thank you. We move on to Hakim Amin Chand. Amin Chand hailed from Muradpura Hakimawala, a village inhabited by the physicians of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. His rented one-room accommodation in Amritsar's Chowk Pasiyan, which was frequented by freedom fighters, as he himself was a Congress leader. On the 13th of April, Amin Chand, wearing black clothes as a mark of protest, was about to leave Jallianwala Bagh when he saw his two sons and a nephew come all the way from the village to celebrate Baisakhi in the city. He persuaded them to go back in view of the dangerous situation, but his 11-year-old son, Lal Chand, was adamant and accompanied his father to the Bagh. The next day, Amin Chand's bullet-ridden body was cremated by an NGO, Seva Samiti, but Lal Chand survived. Since then, whenever a wedding takes place in the family, before going to the Golden Temple or the Durgiana Mandir, the newlyweds bow at Jallianwala Bagh, where Amin Chand died a martyr. Today, we'd like to honor Amin Chand's great-grandson, Shri Rajender Sharma, who is a businessman based in Amritsar, and I request Shri N.N. Vohra ji to please come forward. Amin Chand's great-grandson, Shri Rajender Sharma. Okay. Lala Hari Ram Behal. When the Rowlatt Act was passed, Lala Hari Ram would tell people how dangerous the legislation was. A close associate of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, he was active during the freedom movement, and when he was about to leave his house on the 13th of April 1919, his wife, Ratan Kaur, offered him kheer, which he was very fond of. He said he would come back soon and have it then. Later, Hari Ram was brought home from Jallianwala Bagh bleeding profusely due to bullet wounds. He passed away at home, and his death wrecked the lives of his 3 children who had to do menial jobs to survive. Since then, in April, kheer is never prepared in the houses of his descendants. The family members also do not attend any marriage function during this month. Lala Hari Ram's grandson, Shri Mahesh Behal, is a merchant trading in minerals in Amritsar. He is also the president of the Jallianwala Bagh Shaheed Parivar Samiti. And I request Shri Suresh Bharadwaji to please present him with a commemorative token. Please come in the center, sir. Shri Mahesh Behal, Lala Hari Ram's grandson. Kalinath Ray. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre lit the fire of idealism across the subcontinent, shaping a new nation. And the man who molded the national narrative was Shri Kalinath Ray, editor of the Tribune. Shri Ray was partially responsible for whipping up the storm that culminated in the mass movement across Punjab and particularly in Amritsar. Ray wrote on the 11th of March 1990 on the Rowlatt Bills, which still had not become law, and I quote, "There are now 2 ways open to us. One is that we should, like the dead, put the noose of this law around our necks, bury in oblivion our fair name, as also our great men, and sound the death knell of the so-called liberty of India. The other is that we should afford proof of our life by refusing to accept the law in question, unquote. Days after the massacre, the British government arrested Ray for his unsparing editorials. He was tried and jailed for sedition. Supported by Mahatma Gandhi and other leaders, he was eventually released on the 27th of August, 1919. He continued to serve as the editor of this esteemed newspaper till 1945. We have with us his great-grandson, Sri Ranabir Ray, a very successful architect in Kolkata, and I request him to receive a commemorative memento from Sri N.N. Vohra. Thank you to all the descendants of our martyrs for joining us today and accepting our humble offering. I'd like to now request Sri N.N. Vohra to please present commemorative mementos to the Honorable Chief Ministers of Punjab and Haryana, Captain Amrinder Singh and Sri Manohar Lal. To the Minister for Education, Law and Parliamentary Affairs, Himachal Pradesh Government, Shri Bharadwaj. And we have one for the Managing Director of Rupa Publications, Shri Kapish Mehra. Thank you very much. May I now request the President of the Tribune Trust, Sri N.N. Vohra, to please share his thoughts with us.